a dick with a little bit of curve. Hit this pussy with an uppercut, call that nigga Captain Hook.
Ayy, I go shopping, want it, then I cop it, ayy, yeah, bitches popping, I do what they copy, ayy, look, he's a sweetie, kiss it when he eat it, ayy, yeah, no.
What's up, baddies? It's your favorite wig maker, Lucky V, back with another video. Y'all, we about to thread this brother sewing machine. And honestly, this sewing machine is universal. So if you have any kind of sewing machine, Singer, Brother, Magic Fly, whatever, get your thread out, get your bobbins out, because we're about to do this, period. So first things first, let's get comfortable with this machine. This is literally my favorite sewing machine and I recommend it for all beginners, so I'm going to have a link below. That dial that I'm touching is the pattern dial. The standard pattern that I like to use to make wigs is zigzag in 6 through 10. Luckily, we do not need the pattern dial in order to thread the actual machine, but we do need this up here, which is the bobbin assembly line, and I'm going to show you guys what that means later. So underneath the pattern dial, you're going to have the reverse sewing lever, and that's just so that you can reverse the tracks and lock them in. Here you have the needle and the pressure foot. That's where all the sewing is going to take place. That is the spool pin where you're going to hold the thread when you're actually sewing. And next to that is actually where you're going to thread the bobbin. So if you look down, you got the off button, the on button, and you have where you're actually going to plug everything in. I recommend you not plugging it in until you are ready to sew, because you can accidentally press the foot pedal and mess up something or hurt yourself. So always leave everything unplugged until you are actually ready to sew. Now there's going to be a white lever right next to the pressure foot, and that's pretty much what you're going to lift up and down so that you can lock the hair in and hold it in place. Always have that down before you start sewing. That is super important. Now that we got the basics down, I think we're ready to start threading. And now I'm threading for a blonde wig, so I'm using Sherlock sewing machine thread, and it is just as blonde as I could find it. It's not the exact color, but it's fine. And I'm also using Brothers sewing machine bobbins. Now these are specifically for the machine. Don't use anything that isn't. So first you're going to take that sewing thread and you're going to put it on the spool pin that I showed you, and then you're going to take your bobbin out. Notice how there's a hole right there. We're going to be pushing the string from left to right through that hole, and then you're going to wrap it around. But before you do that, let me zoom in real quick, because I'm about to show y'all how to wrap the thread around the tension disc. Tension disc is going to start to move, and that's what's going to thread the bobbin. So wrap the thread around the tension disc just like I'm showing you. And then you're going to take that thread and push it through the second hole from left to right. Notice how I'm not pushing it through both holes. I'm just pushing it through that one. And then I'm wrapping it around a couple times just to get it started. And always leave a little bit of thread out, because you want to hold on to that so nothing dethreads. Push it to the right so that it can lock in, and then press down on the pressure foot. Once the thread has wrapped completely around the bobbin, you can actually let that string go, because the machine is going to tell you when it's done threading. Notice how it keeps stopping and going. Once it stops completely, that means you're ready to cut the thread and move on to a new bobbin. So now I'm just showing you guys one more time just to give you a better idea of everything, but if you followed all those steps, your bobbin should be threaded perfectly and you should be ready to thread your machine. Now, if you want to learn how to thread your machine, go ahead and click that subscribe button, because I will be showing that on my next video. And if you learned anything from this video or just enjoyed watching it, go ahead and give me some love in the comment section if you want, and follow my other socials. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch y'all on the next video.